I'm here with Ali Noorani. He's Executive Director of the National Immigration Forum. Ali, can you tell us why we're here today?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Thanks for coming up to DC today. So today what we wanted to do is to create a new conversation on immigrants, on the value of immigrants and immigration to America. Yesterday we had 90 faith, law enforcement, and business leaders on the Hill meeting with Republican offices. We probably met with 40 Republican offices talking about a constructive approach to immigration reform. And then today there were, 240 faith, law enforcement, and business leaders here in Washington, D.C. for this convening.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk about some of the common misconceptions about the cultural and economic effects of immigration in America?
Sure. Well, I think that, number one, I think for the majority of Americans, immigration is not a question of politics or policy. It's really a question of culture and values. And I think that as advocates and proponents of immigration reform, we've done ourselves a disservice by ignoring that fact. So as a result, we've ignored the very authentic and real fears and anxieties that people have. They're afraid of the person who's moving in next door. They're wondering if they're going to take their job. And I think that institutions such as chambers of commerce, churches, schools are the institutions that help people through those conversations. And the fact is that immigrants have are a net benefit to economies and the economy at the federal and the local level. They, through their contributions to our culture, they make America better every day. They serve in our military. They are doctors, engineers, farm workers, and that's a net plus for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they fill a much needed source of labor where it's lacking in many sectors of our economy all across. It's very dynamic. Reasons that we need them. Can you talk about your policy, the 3 Bs, and how, if you carry a Bible, you own a business, or you wear a badge, how all those things you should be in favor of immigration reform? So
our basic value proposition here is that if you hold a Bible, wear a badge, or own a business, you want a common sense solution to the immigration system. And what we mean by that is that from a faith perspective, you see that it is a responsibility to welcome the stranger, but also operate within a nation of laws. From a law enforcement perspective, yes, we are a nation of laws, but we also want to make sure that law enforcement are getting the information they need from victims of crime who may be immigrants. And then finally, from a business perspective, we want to make sure that the American worker and their family are prospering because of immigrants and immigration. And frankly, the only way to do that is to make sure that undocumented immigrants are on a path to legal status, they're passing a criminal background check, they're paying taxes, and therefore crooked employers are not underbidding and undermining American workers, much less businesses who are trying to play by the rules.
Exactly, yeah. We need a system to be able to, they already do pay taxes in many ways, but we need an efficient system to be able to tax and ID these workers that are helping American businesses and the American economy.
Absolutely, and right now the only person that's winning is the crooked employer, because they're pushing down the wages of the undocumented worker, the legal immigrant worker, and the American worker. And the only way we can end that is to make sure everybody's on a level playing field.